Hey everybody, you're listening to a Page Screen and Beyond podcast. If you like this kind of content, you can find us at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Today's podcast, we discuss everything about Mortal Kombat.
I wasn't allowed to play the old one.
Yeah, I played it at my friend's house. I
didn't have any friends that were into them.
Yeah. I watched the movies. I played a couple of the games at arcade and my friend's house. That guy. Keegan. Son of
cousin of okay, yeah, Aaron Black.
They're from the same place Collin is from. Outworld.
And technically, Kotal's not from Outworld, but he rules Outworld. Yeah. Let's check.
So he was ruling Outworld after Shao Kahn was no longer ruling Outworld?
There was a civil war for power between him and Melina.
And he put Melina down?
Yeah. In a very awkwardly sexy, disturbing Melina fatality. Devora just fucking spit bugs into her mouth.
So, they got Freddy Krueger, Jason, Leatherface, Alien, Predator, Kratos.
Kratos was the big deal for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Do you think they'll bring Kratos back?
No. Spawn is more likely than Kratos coming back.
God, what if they did bring him back, though? On PlayStation only type thing? I think it's good.
So many. Oh, 73 of these motherfuckers. But I'm stoked.
So,
I'm so fucking stoked for Mortal Kombat 11.
What are the odds they go with a mostly new roster?
Slim. Oh, so slim. We have better and worse chances with a lot of these characters, and I'm going to be throwing my knowledge of what the current canon is as we go, and past/future canon, because we're in a perfect time for the Chronica character to be a thing, because the past matters, the future in this chronological story is already happened in subsequent games. So
can you story-wise bring me up to speed?
Okay, so here's the easiest timeline I can give you is Mortal Kombat 1 through Armageddon is a timeline.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, and then Armageddon is when they hit the reset button for Mortal Kombat 9.
Okay.
So, the timeline of Mortal Kombat 9, they go all the way through 1 through 3, and cut it off introducing the events of 4. And MKX is kind of a radically different version of 4. So we have Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon that we can work through for where we're at chronologically, introducing the characters of those games and the events. Like, Onaga's in this stack. I'm really stoked on potentially having Onaga come back because he was that one that punked Shao Kahn. So, he's that guy.
Draw that timeline thing for me. Help me visualize this.
So MK through...
So, Mortal Kombat X.
I feel like I should play more MK. I didn't realize there was so much fucking
There is
lore to this.
so much.
Okay.
Well,
So
I don't think they're gonna
they're two separate timelines because at the end of the first timeline that is from the beginning of Mortal Kombat's history to Armageddon has been a timeline.
Okay.
They are wishy-washy with what's actually canon because everyone has their character endings that have different character endings, but the mainline story of the games. And then Raiden dies, and in his dying, he sends a message to his former self from the beginning of Mortal Kombat, but it's now a different timeline because Raiden fucks with the events that happen through these games to make it a completely altered reality.
Okay.
So now we're at Mortal Kombat 11 here in the timeline, but comparatively, we still have all of these events that happened in our original timeline that they can still play with and make wonky and modern.
So are we just like
Is the best way I could visualize.
speculating like
So
who they're gonna go back?
So
and
in
bring
this
back,
stack,
or
we have
what's going on?
characters that have not been introduced in our new timeline. So they could bring them in or could leave them off the table. The
Got it.
Shujinkos, all of the 3D era characters. Like from Deadly Alliance forward, we got a cameo from Li Mei, and technically Kenshi was introduced in Deadly Alliance, but you know. So
Right.
that means through the story of the game, we're basically rolling up on the 3D era. So we can pick and choose whoever we want, but it's, you know what I mean, some characters have a better and worse chance. You know what I mean? Like Nightwolf and a bunch of the Revenant characters.
Well,
the
who's
Striker
making
Cabal
the game?
NetherRealm. And this is going to be the first game on Unreal Engine 4 in the NetherRealm
Okay,
franchise.
so do you think they're just gonna stick to the principle like Baraka, Blaze, Jax Briggs, Jade?
We
like,
heard
like
Baraka
all-
wasn't in it. Not playable?
By certain rumors. That's what I'm saying. We're in speculative rumors.
Speculation.
We don't have a single confirmed character right now. For all we know, Scorpion's not going to be in the game.
Okay.
Which would be blasphemy, but there is zero
Yeah.
confirmed characters.
Also, the
for this
Russo
roster.
brothers lied the fuck out of us, so
Yeah.
everybody's lying these days. So
Oh, Ed Boon is the
yeah,
biggest
they're
troll
not
on
trying
Twitter
to.
there
They're
is.
gonna lie so they can't spoil it. You know what I mean? They're gonna say no one's in it. Is this character in it? No.
Right. So it's speculation and rumors, but
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of the whole point of this. Is I love Mortal Kombat. I love a lot of these characters, so being able to narrow it down to a roster that we would like to see,
Sure.
keeping obviously, and at the end of it, we could talk about like what kind of new character we would want to
I'm
see.
trying to remember who was left at the
Like
end.
if you were to make a new kind of character, would it be like a new Tarkatan, a new reptile type of character? Would it be a new type of ninja? Like what would you want to see come in new?
I want to see them pull in like the crazy characters. If they're going to be playing this on the Unreal Engine, I want to see a four-legged thing with a horse and some horns stabbing people.
Get some Mataro action.
Get some Ataro action.
Well,
Or
he's-
Goro and have him have Hulk armor or some shit and just have him be all meted out. If we're going to be going like HD 4K gore, let's do HD 4K gore the right way.
Right.
I don't want to bring in like random characters that are just like haven't been played in a while, but like let's put some
Heft.
let's put some heft in this game. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. That's just my personal.
Any guest characters you guys would want to see?
Is there?
We had all the what was it? Jason and
Yeah, a lot of the horror movies.
a lot of horror movie staples. Darth Vader. No.
See, that would be my thing. Like, who else could you get from a horror movie staple that you haven't already? That would be.
Chucky's too little.
Chucky might be fun.
He's too little. The
You think?
hitboxes wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like there is no medium or
point.
high attack for him,
Yeah.
and his jumps would have to be ridiculous.
Good point. Scream? Nah. That'd be weird.
Having Ghostface in there.
Yeah.
People are clamoring for Michael Myers, and another big one is Pennywise. Pennywise is going to be a great guest character. It's honestly the most likely answer.
Pennywise would make sense.
That would be some shit.
I would hate that.
It's just going to terrify you every time you
God.
play it.
I mean, they did get Alien, Predator. They could definitely bring those back with the new movies, like with the giant
You
Predator,
know what would be cool?
the Predator Max, or
The Pred
whatever,
Alien.
the Predator Alpha Predator, whatever they
Universal
called it.
Soldier.
Universal G.I. Joe.
Universal Soldier?
Did you ever see the movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Mm-mm.
No.
Basically, they resurrect a dead body into like a cyborg super soldier,
Oh.
and Jean-Claude Van Damme is just a badass. but
Okay.
Food and Tobias did a video game adaptation in like back in the day.
Nice.
So that would be a good like.
I wanna
riff back
see-
on that.
I want to see the Demogorgon.
The Demogorgon.
People were also speculating Terminator would be a good one.
Terminator would be a good one. Do you do like the Arnold looking Terminator or like botted out Terminator?
It'd be cool if you could do either. Do the liquid metal one and then have
Yeah.
a different one that's just the classic, Arnie that has damage, like either through the damage tearing away at him.
Yeah.
Or doing an X-ray or a super move, like tearing away at the flesh of it.
I would assume that they'll have a similar armor system to Injustice.
Assuming
they are
assuming
going to be
is a
going with
bold
weapons.
word because
Weapons were assumed were heavily emphasized in this new
I think it's
trailer,
going to be
so it's
less aesthetic because a lot of people with the online community, their big deal with the armor having such different status effects. I think that they're going to go more for a type of moves, so it's going to be aesthetic, and instead of the perks being you can have more health or defense or attack, it's going to be you can have different special moves or
That would be
different
cool.
types of attacks.
I mean, I like the armor purely from a cosmetic change standpoint.
Right,
If
no,
there
the-
was no skill boost that came with it and it was purely just stylistic changes,
Yeah, just
I'd be
aesthetic.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Right. No, and I think that they are going to be doing that. There's no way that they're not because the trailer showed you two different looking scorpions.
Right.
Can we watch the new trailer again?
Of course. I do love that trailer quite a bit.
It's really good.
Spawn is not confirmed.
Man, no, because
I want to see Spawn.
MK fans have been getting their hopes up and let down so many fucking times.
For Spawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, Spawn would be great.
Right, but it's like it keeps getting teased and never happens.
So immediately we're stabbing people.
Yeah, weapons look like a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's
Especially interactive weapons on the side as well.
yeah. Because like Raiden picks up the.
But why is Raiden all done up in red lightning?
So at
That's
the end
story.
of X, he gets the medallion and becomes like Elder God almost,
So-
or like the warrior of the Elder Gods. So he's like all mad and like warrior now. He's not all like dumb. He's not very nice anymore.
That staff attack.
If we can
The
get
butt of the staff.
that's so good too.
Chest, face.
Yeah, this isn't a fatality. This is a brutality.
That armor looks dope as fuck though.
Right.
Yeah. So
So who's this?
New character. Rumors online say named Chronica.
Chronica.
Okay.
She.
I imagine Elder God from the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elder God in control of time. That's sick of Raiden's shenanigans, fucking everything up.
So yeah, that's.
Well, then on that note, what are the odds that A, we get some type of like timeline intercross,
Mm-hmm.
or B,
Where we go back to 8 pixels or 16 pixels? Right.
it's just revealed that there are other timelines occurring as well, from the result of this.
Oh, that when he took power,
That
like,
yeah,
it
we
started fucking
like
shit up.
So
It split.
so
the
he
timeline.
sends back here, and we've been playing through this one. But what if there's also been like 3 or 4 or 5 other ones happening?
Right.
And now they're starting to
fragment.
interweave to each other as
And that's
the,
why
as
we
the time
saw-
stream tries to pull itself back together.
And that's why we see
There can only be one of each type left at the end of it all.
The variations of types of characters we could see are going to be mind fucking blowing.
If that's what each cutscene is going to look like,
You have to take it with a grain of salt
I-
because the Mortal Kombat 9
yeah,
teaser trailer
good point.
was a little bit more polished. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X forest fight. You know,
Was
what
also
right.
I mean,
It's a
they were-
cinematic trailer,
they were
but it
done-
is of
yeah.
similar quality.
yeah, good point. But the thing is, we're also getting like a lot better games now.
Right. Well, I mean, the Unreal Engine 4, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, in and of itself is
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
shape you think Unreal 4?
correct.
And
Damn, it's
when
really
does this?
good.
When is this going to come out?
April 23rd.
Oh,
They have a live community event January 17th.
Happy birthday, Dad.
nice.
Hey-o.
Interesting. So, do you think that it's going to be? No, it comes out before then, because we're going to be getting new consoles for sure this next summer.
No.
Announcements
At least
maybe.
well, not getting them, but announcements.
Announcements on like technology update, but I think we're still 2 to 3 years from new consoles.
I don't think it's going to be quite that far.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we might be getting like at least an Xbox by next.
I mean, guys, holiday
Holiday
season
season.
2020 is 2 years.
Yeah.
Holiday season 2021 is 3 years. That's not unrealistic.
Yeah.
Well, we're in holiday season 18 right now.
That's what I'm saying. 2 years from now is holiday season 2020. That would be the time you'd release a new console.
I think, yeah, but I don't think it's unrealistic for us to get an announcement for something that's 2 years out. Like, if we get something next year for it being a year and a half out, like, you're not getting it this upcoming
I think
holiday
it'll
season,
be-
but the following holiday season,
I think the only
that would build enough
announcement-
hype.
I think the next announcement we'll get will be another announcement like the Elder Scrolls last announcement. That, hey, this is what we're producing with our new engine, but we're not ready to release it yet. But here's like a taste of what it is.
Okay.
I think that's what we'll get next.
Right.
the new
And then they'll keep stretching out.
It says here the new console, codenamed Scarlet, is expected to arrive as soon as 2020.
From who?
Xbox 2020 rumors.
Xbox?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Sony won't release anything.
Sony's
for
not going to
2 to 3
release
years.
something. Yeah, no.
The PS4
They're
is
gonna
selling like crazy right now. They
Yeah.
don't need to release a new system yet.
They're flying out the door.
And the system's capable. You know, it's not a bad console by any means.
No, God, no.
I'm enjoying it quite a bit
I-
to this day.
Yeah,
I still have my original. I'm
I'm
getting
actually going to
to a
pick one
point where
up
I think I need
as
to
soon as I
release
can.
it. Like,
I'm gonna-
get a new one.
I need to get a
Uh,
Switch before I get a PlayStation.
I need an HD TV because this Pro is kind of going to waste.
Oh, you have a Pro?
That's a Pro.
It is a Pro.
Oh,
Kinda going to waste
you
on
need
the
a
TV.
4K TV.
Sure do.
I'd go
That might
on.
be something that I get around tax time for.
You might
Mortal
want to check
Kombat.
your local pawn
Holla,
shop.
holla, holla.
They might have something.
Heyo.
Heyo,
I like my Vizio, and it was cheap.
Vizio's good. Vizio has quality as
But
well
I'm
as
on the
affordability.
opposite side. I have a 4K TV, and I don't have a PS4 Pro.
Oh, well.
So, I need to get a PS4
But you're
Pro.
set for when you do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
My disc drive is giving me trouble.
I actually just picked up this new hard drive, 2 terabyte. So now I have a total of 3. I'm going to be storing a lot of my Xbox games on one of those now. It's got like a full terabyte and a half of games that I need to play.
That's so much. It's quite a bit. Oh, I know. Have you played One's Justice, Colin?
I haven't.
Would you fancy a round?
Sure. I haven't even seen it.
Oh, disc is in my room. But I have but one controller and my D-pad, so... My fighters is pretty true to me.
This game was so good. It makes me want to, like, build on what we did underneath on the ankle there. You know?
Yeah, let me check that out.
It's a little bit dry right now.
That's
I didn't
okay.
lotion today.
It's winter. Yeah, just keep it lotion.
This actually looks fucking great.
Oh,
Obviously
yeah.
it needs lotioning, but
Yeah.
man, that turned out awesome.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good. Fantastic.
Wait, you said you only have one controller? Oh.
And the D-pad. But I figured you could just go a solo round or whatever. See how you feel about it.
How big is the roster?
Halfway through season 3. So you
So
got
do you
your
have all of
Stain.
Class A?
Not all, but a fair amount.
Okay. And then some villains?
Yeah, a limited amount of villains, but the series itself kind of has a limited amount of villains. It's
I would
basically
disagree.
up to Overhaul. So we don't get Overhaul, but we have the Sports Festival, we have Muscular, we have Toga, and Dobby.
Cool.
It goes up until the All Might All for One fight.
Oh.
So the roster's solid.
So, yeah.
But it's a very entry-level game. X doesn't like it because it's too early in the story to be able to do significant shit.
He was telling me you got into My Hero.
Speaking of, yeah, he keeps yelling at me for not being caught up on the manga.
You should catch up on the manga. Thank you for encouraging him.
Scrub for not. There's literally no reason. Hi, John.
Hello, Xavier.
But yes, I thoroughly enjoy. The game, it definitely has its...
Downs.
Yes. I was going to say quirks, but
Downs.
I was going to say quirks, but it was a little on the nose. But it's fun. Ooh! Did I pay for him? I have yet to play as him. Yay. New character to play as. I also need to play through the Spider-Man DLCs.
Wait until they're all coming.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I've got other stuff to work on right now
There's
anyways.
only one left.
Finished Red Dead?
No, I'm working through it. Ben spoilered some shit on me the other day.
Really? Better tell me.
Yeah.
Sad
What was
face.
Arthur's gonna get tuberculosis and die.
Oh.
It's a hefty one.
It's a pretty big spoiler.
I mean, at least it's not dysentery.
True.
I'd say my favorite, favorite character is Todoroki.
I mean, Todoroki beats that ass.
Dobby, all the way.
Dobby is legitimately broken.
Super broken.
Is he really?
Oh my god. It's retarded.
Honestly, like, I keep telling myself there's a way I can counter X's Dobby. I can't figure out what it is, though. I am solid at this game. I'm well-versed in every character. I can't figure out how to counter his Dobby. It's so broken.
Projectile.
It's
Projectile.
awful.
Projectile.
It's so hard.
It's so fucked up. It's not even great.
Control breakdown?
Oh, God, my crash course on this is sloppy. Because it's a arena fighter. Circle is your quirk.
I'll figure it out.
Circle is court.
I'll figure it out. Is this like a 3D or a side scroll?
3D.
Ugh, not my forte.
Squares are light attacks. Triangles are usually unbreakables, or not unbreakables.
Best to go with stick or D-pad. I suppose stick since it's...
Good.
Yeah. So red attacks go through guard, which might be R2, but I can't for the life of me remember right now. It's been so long.
man. I was ready to suck.
Oh, this is going to be a fun character. I finally have someone to play against Endeavor. Yay.
Endeavor's also broken as fuck.
Super hard to play against. The yellow attacks, you'll take tiny chip damage, but you can go through their attacks, so your combo isn't broken. I believe L1, R1 are the assists.
I like the look of it. It's got a solid comic book style with stippling.
With the what?
With the little dots, that's called stippling.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe that Enter the Spider-Verse has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what?
And stippling.
Enter the Spider-Verse.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, that look is always like super cool. Speaking of that look, you can find that look at Page Green and Beyond on all our social media. And that cool looking logo that John Tubbs, made. I'm John Tubbs.
There you go.
I'm Keegan.
See? There you go. And that's Collin.
And I'm John Tubbs.
I'm calling. That's Xavier.
No one knows who John Tubbs actually is.
No, I'm John Tubbs.
No,
It's not bad.
I'm John Tubbs. No,
Some of the like,
I'm
Spartacus.
some of the like stage destruction stuff is a little bit clunky, and looks like it interferes a bit, but it's solid. I mean,
Wall splats
I like-
are fun if you can land them.
I like the aesthetic. The roster doesn't look bad. They can definitely fill this roster out. There's a bunch of cool shit that they can still add into this.
I don't think
So
their
also-
DLC is done.
So, like, there's no English to this game.
There's no English to it.
There's no English to this game.
Subtitles.
Hate it, but it would definitely improve it.
It just talks with how this is more for people who have
Totally.
read the manga rather than people who have watched the show.
100%. At which point, it should totally be farther or more fleshed out with the roster.
Exactly.
But it also doesn't even start until Deku meets Gran Torino.
But that makes more. That even,
Storyline.
That makes even more
that makes even
reason
more
to have
sense.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. To have more than that because they're cutting.
I mean, you have the whole League of Villains. I mean, that's a roster of 10 capable dudes. Where's the guy with the big ass stick?
Right, the lizard dude, lizard face dude.
Well, okay, so that would be Stain's like prodigy dude. That's the lizard dude. I'm talking the dude with like the glasses and the big like bar or
Oh, the
stick that's
lady.
like wrapped up. Is it a lady?
It's a lady.
It's a lady.
You don't.
Might
Manga,
be.
dude. Sometimes they're just like, oh,
I mean, he's a dude,
Where's
she's
Mustard?
a dude, we're all dudes.
Wasn't that the one
love
that
guy?
Overhaul's first statement?
what?
Wasn't that the dude that
who's the bird guy?
met Overhaul?
Oh,
Oh, Hawks?
he should know about Hawkjet.
No.
There's no way he knows about Hawkjet.
No, I was answering Tubbs.
I don't know anything.
I think he's talking about fucking.
Oh.
The
Who's the
Birdman.
guy who met Overhaul?
It's the Birdman.
When they first have their meeting, one dude gets worked by that touch. And I'm pretty sure it's that dude or lady that you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somebody steps up the overhaul and overhaul puts through the fucking out.
Yeah, like overall.
Ooh.
Overhaul should be in
What?
here.
And then he's so nonchalant about like you took one of mine, I took one of yours. We're done.
Who else? Cool that they put muscular in here.
Give me twice.
Twice. You can
I'm
put
excited
twice
for
in
twice.
here. You could put. I mean, there's Class B'ers you can put in here.
There's what?
Class B.
Yeah. I mean, Inasa's kind of the entrance into that. Oh, wait, no, he's not even class B.
He's just a different school.
School. I'd say that they can't
Also,
do
try
that.
not to bump the table.
You can't put any of the class B kids in here until, like, you're
I
caught
did
up.
it myself, so
Yeah.
Because, like, right now in the manga is where the class B kids are really even starting to get, like, any shine whatsoever.
There's some capable kids in Class B.
Mudman. Mudman is the most capable of all class B.
Mudman.
Who's that mimic dude?
That Darkness kid is cool.
Only if he's fighting fucking Tokyo.
It's a pretty cool power, I think.
He can only go into black shit. What if you're fighting somebody who has, like, all white suit on? You're boned. Like that.
Oh,
Like,
obviously the most requested right now for this game are the big three.
I don't understand how you put Mirio in this game and you don't make him the most broken thing that has ever happened.
Phasing through shit? Yeah,
Exactly.
dude.
Like, Mirio would break this game more so than it's already broken.
He's just the super parry.
I don't know about the other two, I guess.
The other two could work.
Sun Eater!
The other two could work.
Even though
Eat
they
that
haven't really
octopus.
shown what...
Huh?
They haven't truly shown what the girl can do yet.
Right.
But she has probably the coolest power out of the three of them. She just gets to shoot. She shoots energy waves and can make herself fly with it. She's like quintessential superhero power girl.
There's other pros that could totally be in here. Mount Lady would be cool.
Kaminari Woods!
No.
Kaminari Woods.
No, only the best. Only the best.
Oh, fuck you and your best genius.
Best Genius is the greatest.
Best Genius would be tight, you guys.
He is the greatest superhero.
X made eye contact with me, and when I said Kaminari Woods, he's like, no, you know what I mean. I'm like, oh, God, no.
Best Genius would be tight.
I'm
Did you do that?
being Best Genius. It's the stupidest power, but it's so good.
Nice. That looks great.
Number 3.
Have you had time at a shop yet?
no, yeah,
You do a hand?
Yeah.
Oh no, my buddy got this in prison, and not buddy, I don't really know him, but this guy I know got this in prison, and I partied out.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you should really read the manga.
It's got so much more. Chutzpah.
Like
Is it-
all of the more.
Where can
Man,
you,
I really.
where can you find it?
Read MMG.
Readmanga.today.
Oh, the one you sent me was Read MMG.
It's the same thing. It'll take you to the
I
same
mean,
place.
Gaka
Oh,
lot.
hey, speaking thereof, can I get that to give to him since he has on hand?
I happen to have a spare one on
Yeah.
me.
Wait, what are you... What's your pricing for it?
You said 50, right?
Yeah.
That's 50.
Oh, grazie.
Does anyone have a 10? Or a 50?
I have a card.
I've only got 20.
I only also have 20s.
Oh, no!
I have 7.
I mean, it doesn't... It's okay, John. Do you have a 50? You only have 20.
I have 10 at the house.
What kind of house? Yeah, I guess it's...
Well,
only
technically-
Just give me 10.
I owe you 10. Keep that. You owe me 10 at some... Wait. 16.
Carry the 2.
I owe you $60 for what you're going to grab from ATR for me.
Right. Okay.
So if you're giving me 50,
Okay. again, and it's like a second person is coming to try and help explain to him that it's the same weight, and it happens like 3 times, and then at the end he's just so hurt and lost because he doesn't get it, and that's me right now. I just owe Keegan $10.
Nope, I owe you $10.
You owe me $10.
Because you've only got $60 on you, right?
Yes.
So let's say you gave me that $60.
Yes.
And then I had to give you 10
Yes.
for change, but I can't do that right now because I don't have $10 in change to give you. The plan here, because I'm hungry.
Good call. I don't know. We can get food. I got
Whoa.
$27. We can order something.
No, I don't. I don't have like all day to like record stuff and stuff.
Oh.
I have like chores and errands.
Sure. Well, I've been recording, so.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, no, we definitely need to hit the reset button on that if we're just going to be talking about it.
But yeah, I can edit
I'm not certain about
I feel
that.
it. I'm just not sure what you guys were wanting to do because Constance doesn't have all of the day, so we're just trying to get some
Well, yeah, I'm
food
just
and,
trying to like whatever we're trying to do. What are we doing?
Just talking about Mortal Kombat, and they do.
Cool. Then I can use mine like that.
You look so amazing in that sundress.
Thank you.
Well,
we've been talking about MK
yeah, we've
stuff.
been.
What
we've
about
been talking.
what
about
about
it.
the person who hasn't been talking about MK stuff?
We've been literally recording for the past 36
Xavier.
minutes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. So, who's your like? Fuck, marry, kill.
Ooh. 3 Molinas.
Good call. I like where your head's at. But no, we were just kind of like going down like what happened in Mortal Kombat X, like in terms of story.
That's where it starts, right? That's
Yeah.
what matters at this point.
So yeah, because they're definitely like they're going to have inwards and upwards of 30 plus playable characters.
Okay. I would like
I would assume 30 is a good like solid number. 30 to 32 with like 4 or 5 extra DLC like Jason Voorhees, Alien, Predator.
I really
like,
don't want. I want them to stay away from horror film people for DLC.
What about Spawn?
Anyways.
Spawn. We better fucking get Spawn because of how much bullshit we've been through over the
Yeah,
years
I
with
know.
Logan and McFarlane.
And they're making the movie, so they need to like market it.
Exactly, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
But let's see. I would really like equal representation. I don't see. I'm always a person who wants core characters to be in it, and then if you add extra people, like
It needs to make
make
it
it make
meaningful.
sense. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It needs to make
So-
sense and not just be like throwing in random characters just to make it.
Right. Like I would like it for if we could have all of the ninjas, or at least a good portion of the ninjas, besides the ones that are automatically going to be there, like Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Like I liked how we had Trimmer in the last game as DLC.
Yeah.
I loved when we had Rain and Scarlet, especially Scarlet. But
Scarlet was dope.
Scarlet was super dope. Make Reptile better. So clean out. Just make Reptile better.
Reptile
Ermac forever.
better.
And
Ermac for life.
Ermac for life and afterlife. Yeah, I want good representation of everybody who should be there. Like, what's the name of the Goro people?
Shokan.
Shokan. Like, give us good Shokan representation.
Yeah.
Actually, in the game, give us good ninja representation. Figure out a good way, split Triborg back into 3 people and make him 3 completely different characters.
That makes sense.
I just want good representation
Yeah.
of every type of character that we have. Like, we know Liu Kang's going to be there. Like, we know of the people who we know are for sure.
Right, go. Talking about representation, he's Outworld, basically Shao Kahn General.
See, like, take every realm, and then pick every realm that matters at this point. And I want a good, like, I don't want anything to be a field
Like an
order.
A team from all the realms.
Exactly. Or give me at least equal and good represent. Like, I don't want there to be a. So, like, say for some reason they split up the character roster between realms. Like, that's just how they were grouped. Like, just even not like that there's actually splits, but just like you can see like this 5 characters from this place, this 5 characters from this,
Yeah.
this 5 characters from this, blah blah blah. But I want there to be someone who I'm interested in playing from every single one.
And then, like, yeah, there's each person should have like
A variety.
of
yeah.
different types of fighting styles
What
and
is-
weapons and like.
Well, just each area of people, and I mean, it
Yeah.
also depends on what they're bringing forth. Like, if they bring forth if they're bringing like everyone seems pretty confident that they're bringing the gear system from Injustice to it.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
Yes.
But like, are they making that? Are we going to be able to use weapons, like personal weapons, like we could in what MK4? Or are we going to be able to
Denya?
actually use how much more stuff from the actual field of play are we actually going to be able to grab and use, like how he used the weapon in the everything that we saw from the trailer. I want to know if
When he
there's going to be
busts
like,
the staff out and
Exactly.
smashes it.
like I want to know what all are they adding? What all like how much of that are we actually going to? Because I think that stuff like that factors into who I want to see playable, because that kind of says, all right, so if I can play as this person, then they can probably do something like this,
So
or they can do something brutal like this. Like
in X, they had the Cage family have that like energy ability that like blocked attacks, and we played with that a bit. So like, I think they're just gonna like try and give everyone their own like kind of like different type of power and like soul power, I guess. What do you think?
I mean,
everybody pretty much already has their own kind of unique. Like Johnny Cage has always been able to do like green Johnny Cage, weird Johnny Cage energy. That's what we're gonna call that, Johnny Cage energy.
Yeah.
Johnny sauce.
Sunglasses. Johnny sauce.
Johnny sauce.
Johnny does have the sauce.
the green aura has definitely been a thing with the.
Is
the
Chronica from the Order realm?
We don't know where Chronica is from. We have no information on it. She's not even she or he is not even a confirmed character yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's pure speculation involving new characters. But if I were to speculate what I expect for this upcoming game, it's going to be the last game left off around the end of Mortal Kombat 4 in our new rebooted timeline.
Sure.
We're going to be going Deadly Alliance up into Armageddon with this storyline from our new timeline. That I like Colin's idea of the fact that in this game we're going to introduce not just the 2 timelines we know, but like 5+ different timelines that have been caused by Raiden doing different things in different crucial moments that change the timeline and bring us to the end differently.
Yeah.
But how I see it, by the end of this game, we're going to be up to date to where Armageddon was. So anything Mortal Kombat after this current installment is going to be completely new to us. So we are approaching the end of what's familiar.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of nostalgia we could still pull from the 3 different 3D games that we got.
Sure.
And introducing new characters while we're at it and pulling through every character through the
I
entire
just hope it's well written. Do you know what I mean?
I just hope it's the
well
least thing
written.
we have to worry about.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
ever
not
since-
concerned about
Ever
that at
since
all.
2011's Mortal Kombat, these have been legitimate movies, like cinematic movies in a fighting game.
I had some.
I watched a video of a guy who
I had some complaints about the voice acting, but that's just
everything has complaints about the voice acting.
I know.
Everything except God of War PS4.
I know. They
God
really nailed it.
Boy,
Boy,
read it, boy.
come here, boy.
Atreus!
cards.
Let's see.
I think Kano's a safe bet.
Do we want
Inaccurate.
to
Inaccurate? Erroneous.
You should put something on the card that says whether or not they're
Deceased.
yeah.
Should put,
oh,
like-
is Kano one of the characters that we got that says is unplayable?
Is
I
Kano
would think
confirmed? I thought he was dead.
That was we can't take that as confirmed. We have
They're also going to go back in time, so
a
they might
rumor
just, like,
from a
bring it back.
leak, which leak rumors can never really be taken as credible sources.
Yeah.
But it's something that is at this point speculation source.
$100 mocaps in the game. Ooh!
I will take that $100.
Mocap's definitely not in the game.
$5 bet meat is in the game.
My rationale.
Oh!
I'd say no meat.
Todd
Alright,
McFarlane
well,
did an AMA
I'd
on
say
Reddit
No meat.
Wait, when? What's the date on that?
December 12th. I believe he's
How did
on
Colin
the
do
way.
AMA like 3 days ago?
I believe he's on the way.
Yeah,
said.
no, that's
Oh.
like 3-day old news, but it's also speculative news because
Todd McFarlane.
Todd McFarlane is a
Todd-
businessman who's trying to pimp his product to gain
Okay,
attention.
so if we're coming into
That's confirmed
kind of
spawn.
the 3D games, Taven and Dagon
Confirmed
are probably
spawn.
good bets.
I imagine Dagon more than Taven. For sure, Dagon is more likely to come in than Taven. But if we get one, we could get both.
I feel good about Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
Johnny Cage is one of the characters.
Yeah,
that they've
there's
said
the
is
Keurig,
unplayable.
or we could make a pot of it.
See,
Which is
there should be
fine.
some type
Cabinet
of
has
marking that like
yeah.
they're unplayable.
Right,
The
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
tall
like,
cabinet
either
to
dead
your
or
left.
unplayable on the card.
To the left.
I think the entire Cage family got
Down
marked
one.
off as not playable.
Not playable. Keegan says no to Kano.
I think that. Oh, really? You put Cassie Cage in unlikely, huh?
Cassie Cage, didn't the entire Cage family get...
No, Cassie Cage was the one who killed.
No. Didn't they all get nixed by the dude who said that they were by the speculation dude?
That was just Johnny and Sonya.
Oh,
It also
okay.
had Baraka, Melina, Kano, Goro, and
Is it
Ferrator.
Melina Empress right now?
Yeah, buddy.
Melina died
No.
in the
Katana.
Mortal Kombat.
Katana's Empress right now.
Katana is Empress of the Netherlands.
Empress Court.
Oh. I had a lot of fun playing Cabal.
Man, I'm sorry to shit on your Kano Cabal dreams, but I also would be very surprised for Cabal.
Why?
It's the same reason with a lot of the characters that were in Mortal Kombat 9 are probably not going to be making their way back. It's kind of a George R.R. Martin thing, where it's like, if you have something to prove to the story, cool, we'll bring you back, but if you don't have anything to contribute, we don't really have
Oh, this one.
anything.
What do you think that's over there?
Like, I would put Devora on the Nope list as well.
What does Devore really have to...
Offer to the story now that she's proved her traitor card.
She's
Reptiles are
just
for sure.
she's the female version of Reptile, is basically what
I mean...
Kotal
kinda.
Khan in the Nope pile, huh?
Kotal Khan's a beast.
Kotal Khan is the current Emperor of Outworld. I mean, I would be surprised if Kotal Khan did not show up in the new game. But I mean, I'm also kind of surprised they put Cassie there, because Cassie, I feel like they're trying to push
That
as
might
the
be
new
okay.
hero of the franchise. She's our
Cassie Cage is the new hero of the franchise?
she's our
Her
Renee.
mom was the general? Or like something?
I'd like it, but I'd also be surprised.
I
I
would
want it
so
so bad.
Wasn't Sonya Blade like
Just for you.
the general in the other one?
Ooh, fuck a chameleon more than mocap.
Man, I'd like to see this one.
Movado?
Yeah, bring us that red dragon. That's
Let's
gonna
see
be
that.
the pivot point for Dagon.
I'm saying though.
Put Smoke in the... Probably character.
I would like to see Smoke. I always
I mean,
enjoy
he
playing
was in
Smoke.
there as Triborg last time.
And then
but-
we're on.
Let's see Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat 1.
Shao Kahn is a confirmed DLC character.
Yeah, so I
Or
would
a pre-order bonus.
Oh.
No, like from Mortal Kombat 1.
Huh?
The Asian guy.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung is likely to be in this game as well, I'd say.
I want to see Shang Tsung.
I'd love to get it
Please,
as well.
God, let Takeda be in it.
Yeah,
And
Takeda
Kenshi.
and
Well,
Kung
and
Jin.
then that's why you say Cat, right?
Huh?
Because aren't they like the new heroes?
Yeah, the new squad is Jackie Briggs, Takeda, Cassie Cage, and Kung Jin.
Yes.
That's the new squad.
Does Kung Jin use the hat?
Well, Kung Jin uses a bow.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
okay.
bow
Yeah.
Magical bow and arrow dude.
His bow is also kind of a staff that whoops.
Whacks the shit out of people with.
Yeah.
Is that Liu Kang?
Yeah,
Put him up there.
because he's the emperor.
Yes. And if you see Sub-Zero,
Potentially a new lead villain.
if there's ever an MK game that lacks a Sub-Zero or a Scorpion, I probably won't put money into it.
It's looking like Scorpion's going to be box art.
Box art?
Yeah.
How many times has that happened before?
Every time.
Definitely not every time, but probably a lot.
Majorities.
I just want all the ninjas to be as important as Sub-Zero and Ermac. I know that Ermac isn't that important, but still.
Whoa, Ermac is pretty important.
I love Ermac so much. He's not as important as Sub-Zero.
Like, if you believe certain endings, Ermac, as his many souls in his body, he also has, I want to say it's Jared, which is Katana's father and the original king of Edenia. Sindel's husband is within Ermac. I'd like Shiva, wouldn't expect it. Katana is a guarantee.
Give me all of the Tarkan.
Shokan.
Shokan. I was about to say Tarkan.
Tarkatan is Baraka, and unfortunately no
Give
one
me
else.
none
I'd like
of the Tarkan.
Onaga, I hope more than anyone. Like, well, maybe not anyone, because there's one card I hope you put in the right pile, because there's one character I love above all. I shouldn't have a favorite. I have a favorite. And it's not Liu Kang. Though, it was a lot of my childhood. That's a fair assessment, but also makes me kind of sad. Yeah, can do that. Oh, that one makes me super sad.
This makes
I
him
don't-
sad, but
I'm
you
not
know
sure
it's
I
probably right.
know Moloch.
Huh?
Moloch's like the big dude from like
Big ass fucking
he's got,
stone
like,
in
the
his
arm
hand.
hand thing. Yeah.
I loved Moloch. If he ties into the Nether Realm, he's probably gonna be one of Liu Kang's
Ooh,
warriors.
I would agree with Nightwolf being in this pile.
Unfortunately, but accurate.
How do you feel about Hellraiser?
As a DLC,
Yeah.
I'd like that.
I've never seen a Hellraiser movie. I
Oh,
have no idea what they're about or what they're like.
the first one's really old, but watch the
It's-
first one.
it's
The first
definitely
one's
dated.
great.
It's definitely dated, and definitely watch the first one.
Did you just put Kenshi in that pile, huh?
What?
Wow.
I need Kenshi.
I mean, isn't Takeda basically replacing Kenshi? Isn't that Kenshi's kid?
We've gotten so much Kenshi that I'd be fine with Kenshi getting left out. I just hope
I feel like Kenshi could die and be like the thing that his son.
Aaron
like,
Black being in here totally makes sense.
I'm at 22.
No, Kenshi being in that pile makes sense.
I feel like at 22, then
Ooh.
Oh, that hurts me. Just because it's a ninja.
No, I would put it in the other pile because I think they're going to be addressing the fact that it's a fan favorite and potentially going to be on par with Raiden's elemental.
so you would think
status.
that would end up over here.
I would like to think that, and I mean,
He was DLC last game, right?
Yes, he
right?
was.
This
That
and
would be why I would think it wouldn't be here.
How many actual characters, like MK characters, were DLC last time?
How often does a DLC
6?
character carry over to be a full game character later on?
hold on 1 second.
Not that often.
In this most recent game,
Yeah. Because I know there was Michael. There was Alien. There was.
It wasn't Michael. It was
Freddy,
It was Jason. Okay,
Jason,
right, it was
Freddy.
Yeah.
So of the returning MK characters, it was Bo Raicho, Tanya, Tremor, and I feel like it was 4 and 4. Who was the other actual MK character?
Phone.
I'm not gonna let this beat me.
MK.
Oh, borracho.
Borracho.
Borracho. Borracho.
Oh, Triborg. I'll count Triborg as a
Triborg.
returning character because it's the 3 cyborgs. Because of the variation thing that they had.
So, does that mean that Triborg wasn't part of the story last time?
No.
See, but I feel like something like Triborg could instantly be brought into the story at any point because of
I don't like Triborg.
Borgness. I don't like Triborg either. I would prefer you split them back into 3 separate
You
names.
never played as Triborg. You played as one of the 3 variations of Triborg. That's the thing that bothered me is the fact that it wasn't one character that had all of the Cyber Ninja's powers. It was Triborg, you get to pick one of the 3. It was a cop-out. They got 3 DLC characters, kind of. But I liked it. I mean, Triborg is great because I love playing as Sector, Smoke, and Cyrax. But you never got to play as Triborg. You always played as one of the 3 Cybers.
Oh yeah, Ermac all day. Scorpion, stop.
Oh, shit. Should have played a little more.
Are you not Black Dragon?
No,
So, Cassie
not Lin Kuei.
Cassie Cage makes sense. Takeda makes sense. Kung Jin makes sense. Aaron Black makes sense.
Farah makes sense.
Farah but not Tor, yeah.
Right.
Farah, but not Tor.
Because of how their symbiosis works.
Yeah, Farah's gonna be the new
becomes
Guru.
Tor, and
Got
then
it.
she has to go find a new Farah.
Got it.
Is this first person?
This is the crypt.
What the fuck?
This is,
Are we gonna be first person in?
No.
What is this?
this is where you go to get
Please let
unlockables.
me be able to fight in first person in the next game.
Oh, is this MK?
No.
This
First
is
person
MKX.
fighting games are not.
Do you want to play around?
Yeah, I mean, I've not
Think
had
about the
hands-on with it.
option.
I don't like.
They can do it. If they can do it in
I disagree.
Grand Theft Auto, they can do it in Mortal Kombat.
I disagree. I don't think that it doesn't make sense. Like,
Who's Su
Does
Hao?
this make sense?
does what makes sense? This?
Su Hao is part of the Black Dragon and a punk bear.
Because if they're gonna do this, they're gonna do it again, but better.
I disagree. I mean, they've done stuff like this before, but I don't think that you can. Like,
I would
what
like,
can you do a first-person fighting game?
even
Like,
though you say I probably won't get it.
I think
Like,
like the
do
actual
what?
turning
I
of
would like
doing
to,
moves
though.
and stuff would
Aw.
actually like affect you being able to do combos and
With
stuff like that.
with VR becoming popular, I think they're
Who's Li
probably
Mei?
working on it.
I would say
Li Mei
you
is of Outward,
my
and
thing with it is that
she
you have,
worked for Shang
a
Tsung and Quan
preconceived
Chi during the
fighting-
Deadly Alliance era.
like,
I really like
they'd
her
have to make
because
a new
she's kind of
game.
like a female Liu Kang.
I feel like you could do it, but you don't do it with.
I'm not saying that 11 will be that game, but I'm saying that might happen.
Right, I'm saying that you don't do it with a game that already has a set up way to fight
Like
in
a
the game.
2D.
You take it back. You take it back right now.
Shang Tsung?
Shang Tsung over Li
You
Mei.
take that back right now.
What kind of last dose?
Because whoa. You could probably have both of them. That's fair. But Shang Tsung is probably going to be a big deal in the next one. And thank you for putting Rain in the right pile, because that is my guy. I love Rain more than any. I could see it, but I would also not be disappointed if she was in the other pile. This roster is getting thick.
This roster is what?
Getting thick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28.
This is going to have to get edited. There's still so much stack left, I would imagine.
Oh, there's so much stack left.
Yeah, this is gonna have to get fine-tuned.
Well, it's so hard to say, you know. Like, these are just things that I would like to see.
That's also totally fair.
Takeda has a teleport?
It's just, if you care about them, you have to fight for them. I think that's Kenshi having a teleport.
Yeah, if I can find a good deal on
It was
MK10,
definitely
I'd
Takeda.
probably pick that up.
Huh?
I should probably pick up MK10 if I can find a good deal on it.
You probably could find a good deal on it
At this point. That's my thing now, I think. I should really just start buying games behind. They just release so fast. And then end up on sale so quickly.
I mean, kinda.
I just jumped the gun. I'm like, oh shit, I want that.
No, you just finish your games, you know?
That too.
Finish your games.
I love how we're talking about video games almost like food right now.
I mean, it's something to consume. I'm not familiar with this character, but I like the name.
You're so right.
Fujin
Because
is super right.
basically guaranteed.
He's like Wind Raiden.
Dario? Do you know anything about Dario?
No.
He's of the 3D generation, but he's the only one that, like, just him and Su Hao just tuck away and back and forget about them.
Oh, really?
I'd say the only two of the Order Realm, Chaos Realm worth pulling is Hotaru and
No,
Havoc.
that's totally a Takeda fucking teleport.
Dario and Darius are both Order Realm rebels, and it doesn't really matter because the only thing that matters with Order and Chaos is Havoc. You know, Hotaru is all Order, Havoc is all Chaos. Dario and Darius are both just kind of terrorists to Order, but not really the guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you like Dario.
I just picked a name that I liked. I'm running out of stuff that I actually like recognize
Take
or
meat and
that
put him in
makes
this
sense.
pile.
Yeah, meat can probably go over there. I'm gonna drop Cobra.
That's fair.
I'm gonna drop Blaze.
I don't know. Ooh. I'd like Blaze. I'd like Blaze a lot. I don't know if I expect Blaze. Go ahead and put Breako in that almost guaranteed pile.
This one?
Yeah.
You think Reiko for sure?
There's something that I've been hearing that's Shang Tsung and Reiko working together to take out Kotal Khan.
Bitch!
So I'm not sure. I think I've been hearing rumblings
Did we
about
say
Reiko.
30? Is that what we said?
Yeah, but we're gonna need to edit the fuck out of this.
Yeah,
so let's keep going.
That's
that's 30.
Okay.
So where are you seeing edits?
I'd get Taven out of there. Probably
What the
leave
fuck
Dagon.
was that?
I would.
Okay, so you've dropped Taven, fill the slot. What's missing?
What do we have left?
What don't you see?
Put a noob in there because everyone loves noob and he's not represented. Did I make a noob card?
I don't think you made a noob card. Because I'd have put noob in if I had seen a noob card.
Ha ha! Luck be a lady. I got you a trophy, slut.
Damn.
Where did noob get introduced and why is he in my stack?
Well, you did introduce him into your stack at any point.
Rough.
So there's no noob.
There's no noob.
No
Noob
noob?
definitely would have made my list.
We're gonna leave noob as the blank spot then. What else should we get rid of? Can you argue for Jade?
Female ninja representation.
Katana.
Katana's right here.
More than Katana.
Empress.
The fact that you have Sindel, I'd say we get rid of one or the other between Jade and Sindel. I don't care which.
Well,
No.
I'd prefer to drop Jade then, because I like Sinbad.
Okay.
Just send out.
So
Ever get
then
that
who are
young
you-
revenge?
Who are you filling in that slot? Bitch!
Break the face.
Do you think the Order and Chaos realms come into play? Does Hataro make sense?
If Onaga is a thing, we might get Order and Chaos, but we can't have Hotaru without Havoc. So who would we get rid of for Havoc? It would... If Lee May wasn't in the last game, Lee May is probably not making it into this game.
She was a non-playable in the last game.
She was a non-playable in the last game. I don't know
But
if
she was in the last game.
Goro is going to be doing a lot. If we have Shiva, we could probably drop Goro. Because Goro was also in MKX.
I like.
Well, and at 30 here, we're also not leaving any room for
DLC.
new characters.
I think 30 is giving room for new characters
Oh, you think
because
so?
I think that we're going to have a 40 roster when everything's done and done.
Your original roster will be 40. You're
Yeah.
saying post DLC.
I'm saying post DLC roster will be 40.
It'll be
So
right.
30 plus 4 new characters probably.
For your starting roster, it's 34.
For new
Yeah.
starting roster, you have 34 and then 6 DLC to round up to 40. So 30 plus 4 new characters.
Piss.
And I'd even probably take Shao Kahn off that list because he's probably going to be like, so it might be
So that would
41.
count in your DLC set.
Yeah, because he's a pre-order character, I'd say
Yeah.
that we're going to get 41,
Are you using
including Shao
Audacity?
Kahn. Huh?
Charles?
Yeah.
You are using Audacity. Oh my god. Audacity's so cute. Kawaii.
Oh my god, that anime video you sent
Oh,
me.
dude! Just like the Reese.
And
Keegan,
you-
I showed you last night. Like, boy, my God.
This is gonna be after 2 days on anime.
so fucking funny. I was
Um,
like, dude, she's amazing. I almost downloaded that app so I could follow her on TikTok. Like, that shit was hilarious.
Who are we missing? This is kind of driving me insane now. Fuck Jinko. Ooh, I love Kira. I don't know if she makes the list.
I showed Ben and he didn't really get it.
Oh man, it was so
I think it was
fucking
6.
funny.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's funny. これはお前これはお前のシンデレス The laugh is too much.
That's pretty fucking great.
Oh no!
Do
I
you
have
think
too
we're
many
gonna be getting
characters I
repeat
want.
DLC from X? Like
No.
17
Jason, or
times
do
2
you
is
think they're gonna be all new?
34 minus 1 is 33.
What? I think repeat DLC,
Right?
DLC is the biggest
17
cop-out
times
ever.
2 is
I know,
34.
right?
I don't know. Me and
That's
Matt
what I was.
don't
Really,
I'm-
that's what I was.
17 times 2,
17 times 2.
34.
Yeah.
Minus 1, 33.
Yeah.
So that's the roster here on MK10.
How do you know?
Is 33. Because I just counted the bottom row, multiplied it by 2, and subtracted the 1 for the middle random button in the center.
So 33 is.
So 33 is your roster here post DLC, and you think you're going to go as high as
Post-DLC.
40.
I would hope they would go as high as
I would
40,
hope they would
I'm just saying you're going 7 characters higher.
but they're dealing
Then-
with time.
then this
so we're
last
dealing
roster.
with like.
My argument for that is the fact that this is the end of their trilogy because they had MK1 through 3, and then they did like trilogy Ultimate.
But
MK3.
they also have different versions of.
They did
characters
Deadly
on here, too.
Alliance, Deception, Armageddon. Like the third is kind of their no holds bar. Like after this, we're gonna get a whole new trilogy. So I think MK11 is gonna be kind of their. We're pulling out all the stops for this new generation of what we know.
And they did 8 DLC characters, right? So they did these 4,
Oh.
Yep.
and they did these 4.
Yeah.
Those are your MK DLC.
So so at 33, your starting roster was 25.
On launch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we're building a roster for the next game right now. Like you can use a prior roster as kind of a guide to how big your starting roster would be. I think we're being generous at 30.
Can we okay? So let's take another property of theirs and kind of compare because we have 2 games from it already.
Injustice.
Yeah. Injustice 1 roster compared to Injustice 2 roster. How many characters were on the Injustice 1 roster in comparison to the Injustice 2 roster? Baseline before you added Batgirl, Zod, Batgirl, Zod, Martian
Probably around
Manhunter.
24.
Maybe. Yeah, because I think that there were 2 rows of what, 12 on each time. Lobo.
Here, I'm looking up.
Yeah, Injustice 1 and then Injustice 2. Injustice 2 is it still on here?
Should be. Oh, it's a disc though, so I'd have to pop out once Justice.
Hey, so for the time being, are we going strictly audio?
I think we should.
Since it's the easiest thing, since we can
Yes.
put out content going strictly audio while we fine tune video.
Yes.
We're kind of gonna be death battle before they started doing animation.
I'm more comfortable with audio just myself. I
Everyone's
don't really
more
want to be
comfortable
on
with
video.
I know we have to do video eventually, and I still think that you 2 are the perfect 2 for video. And
Me?
Shanice, no, these 2.
Oh yeah, keep me off camera.
Until we're on
Whatever.
cons,
But you're so cute.
guys, we're hitting cons this year. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, let's
Punch you in the mouth.
Punch you in the mouth.
Set.
I feel like we could edit this, but I'm not quite sure how.
Well, okay.
Do you guys
If
look,
we had to
look
break
at,
it down,
look at this list of 30 and tell me what you would want to
Chop
get
chop.
rid of?
what would I want to get rid of, or what do I think is going to be in the story?
I'd say if we're making what we want, because I put a character in there that I don't think will be in there, but I want.
Is
Like
it
who?
Rain?
No.
Okay,
Colin
base-
put Rain.
Base roster
Shout
of
it,
Injustice
Ray.
2 was 28.
Okay.
So we're at 25 on MK10. We're at 28 on
28.
Injustice 2.
So let's say
So
30.
30's not out of range, I guess.
If
for
they
a
added
starting
2 new
roster.
characters.
Baseline roster.
And for
a
an
baseline roster.
But
end of a trilogy game.
But we are baseline roster of previous characters. That's my thing. Like, you have to be crazy to think that the baseline roster isn't going to include at
Yeah,
least like
so
5 to
in
6 new characters.
Injustice 2,
If they're going
I'd say
back in
drop
time.
4 characters,
Like,
maybe.
if
yeah.
we're dealing with
Injustice
time travel.
2's new characters that weren't in the first game included Atrocitus, Black Canary, Blue Beetle, Brainiac, Captain Cold, Cheetah, Deadshot, Dr. Fate, Firestorm, Gorilla Grodd, Poison Ivy,
Is that 11?
yeah, Robin Nightwing, Scarecrow, Supergirl, Swamp Thing. 15. 15 of a
Honestly-
28-person roster was new.
Okay, that's different. Though. Honestly, now that I've said it and heard it out loud, I think it's completely different because Injustice only had 1 game prior
Before
to
that.
this.
That is true.
So they had a ton of new people.
They
that
had
could've
some.
brought in.
They
like,
had
off
Okay.
of the fucking cuff, like never been seen before.
MKX roster versus MK 9, 2011.
I think that was just Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Just MK was 2011.
Which I'm going to start calling Mortal Kombat 8.
MK
You'd be wrong.
9.
It's Mortal Kombat. Just call it Mortal Kombat.
It's so frustrating. I need to hear back from Mortal
Kombat Alpha.
Smith. Swiss, right?
How many characters do you think you have?
Splish, 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 splash.
Somewhere in the 40s.
Splish, splash, splish,
I don't
splash.
think I have 40 yet. I think I have somewhere in the. I have at least a good. Do you have Cloud yet?
No.
Neither do I. I have Ryu.
Todd, seeing this list, do you see anyone you'd want to take off or anyone you'd want to add in that isn't in?
No, don't do this.
Let's see.
No, Captain Falcon, no.
Falcon Punch!
Where did you get that superstar from, Captain Falcon?
Onaga can probably
It might be a
go.
modifier.
It is a modifier.
People also ask, does Mortal Kombat XL have all the characters? No. No, it
Navado
does
can
not.
probably go.
Nope.
Not even a little
doesn't have,
bit.
Armageddon doesn't have all of the characters now. Had all the characters back then.
Did it?
Yeah, Armageddon was the first game that had. That's why I'm like, Armageddon had every MK character to date, and
Okay, so then here's the real question.
I'm
then.
looking at this as that.
Are they going to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate this?
Are
and
they
give us
going to
everything?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate this
Not-
and give us everything?
Not this one, but they'll give us a lot.
They'll give us so much, I think.
I think this 30 isn't unreasonable.
I think
Not-
40 isn't
not
out of the realm
including
of possibility.
the 4 that we're going to get of new characters, I'd imagine, and then the 6 DLC.
That's the 3 I would take out.
So,
Oh, get your heart broken, Colin. He took Movado and Havoc out. So you gotta take Hotaro if you're taking Havoc.
Because there's no reason for Hotaro to be there if Havoc isn't going to be there.
Correct.
Fuck you, Pink Luigi.
base roster here was 24. Base roster.
Well, we're not going to get
Shinnok.
Shinnok. He's going to be out for sure. They're not bringing him back. And if they do, it'll be weird.
Okay. Cool.
If honestly, if we're
I don't think they're
dealing-
going to bring back Sonya Blade.
if we're dealing with time in this game,
They
then we could have anybody.
We could have
We could have literally
anyone.
anybody.
Exactly.
That's why I brought all 73 cards out.
Oh shit! Holy shit! We just did this. Slap all 73 cards on the table and call it a fucking day.
Let's just get everyone. Jesus. It's the last game, so they're probably going to say fuck it.
Give me the. You'll see what I'm talking about. No. There we go, my guy.
He was really hoping it was going to be the first.
So I was really sucking hard at this game for a long time.
Was ist das?
Smash.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting my ass beat just like by the computer.
Yeah.
And then something happened, and after that, it's like, oh, okay, never mind.
It just
like-
clicked.
Yeah, like my body like forgot how to play this game, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, dude, this is Super Smash Bros. Oh,
cool.
Fuck, dude, I thought this was Paperboy. No, like, we totally got this. Don't worry.
Speaking of Paperboy, I did play a little bit of that.
I'm going to rebuke you and sacrifice something in the process.
Yeah.
I think that Onaga is a lot more likely than Natara. As much
MK
as I want Natara.
MK 2011 starting roster was 25. I feel like an MK roster is going to start at like 24, 25.
At which point, these 4 open slots, I mean, that's not unreasonable. There's
Who is Reiko and why is he on the list?
the story that they're going to write is also going to be hugely influential on this roster.
We have no idea, right?
I know, right? Like,
Okay, so Keegan, based on the last story, do you see anyone who definitely should not be on there because of death or
I mean, that doesn't matter in the time traveling story per se.
exactly if there's timeline shit, then it doesn't fucking matter. But like, I'm just asking outright, like,
I think this is interesting to do
I would
now
have a-
and do again later after we've gotten more information.
He's the general to Shao Kahn.
Yeah, no,
Reiko?
Reiko.
But I've heard rumblings about Reiko that have me feeling like he's gonna be in there. Same thing with Fujin. I like both of those two being solid in there. I'd say Lime and Sindel are hard sells for me, though I like both characters, and I can honestly not see my favorite Scarlet making it in there.
One thing Sub-Zero said in MKX was that like this new younger generation was going to be like the one to take over, and so I feel like story-wise, they would probably bring in Reiko. As
Are you doing certain?
There's some things that we can say are certain for sure.
Yes, 100%
Like what?
characters.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, Liu Kang, Aaron Black, Jackie,
Takeda Cassie.
Takeda, Cassie.
I would say, didn't Reptile die or did he not?
I'd say Kotal, Fujin,
Kung
and
Jin,
Katana.
and
Katana if Liu Kang's in
if Liu Kang's there, Katana's there for sure. Onaga's a big maybe.
I'd say Kotal's likely, because he's big in the last story and going to be contending for
Okay,
Kotal.
so then we say for sure Kotal Khan because he's contending and stuff. Who works directly under Kotal Khan?
Would that be
Like who's Kotal Khan's squad?
Devora.
the?
Okay,
Devora-
is Devora still
Would
around, or
Devora
did
go
Devora
back?
die in the last game?
Nah, I don't think she did.
She
She was a new introduction last game.
She didn't
Yeah.
die, but she kind of played her role as being Shinnok's puppet, not Kotal's puppet.
Okay.
I don't think Kotal Khan would take
Oh,
her
Quan
back
Chi.
if he.
Quan Chi's pretty well marked, but if we're talking with time, Quan Chi is one of the most impactful characters in the story.
So if we're talking about time, he's more than likely to pop up.
Well, if we're talking about time and if we're talking about impact, Quan Chi's a fucking hitter.
I'd say if we're putting anyone on there, it'd be Shang Tsung.
Because you have reason to believe he's...
Involved with Fujin and Reiko, and I'd say
Colin, do you know if Crom is in this game?
Yes.
He is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's called Chrome.
There's Chrome?
That's what I always called it.
I thought that, I think it's Crom, because when Robin does his special, he calls him in. Or she. Is Crom another one of those characters that gender doesn't matter?
I think so.
Like Robin and Corrin? And I guess... No, because they made Lucina a different character.
About Frost.
This 15 feels solid.
As fuck. Shang Tsung, Fujin, Katana, Kunjin, Kazuki.
Do you think Farah and Tor are going to be in there again?
I think that Farah is going to be in there, but I do not like how their symbiosis works. Is,
we can't put Ferritor in there as being like that character that's going to.
They would be under Kotal Khan, I would assume.
They would.
But that would definitely be a different character. Like one of the new characters would be Farah with someone else.
like because Tor dies off and then Farah grows and becomes Tor and has to go find a new Farah. So how we see it is Tor is going to die, or Tor dies off by the end of this game, and Farah, or isn't that how it happens in the tower for Ferritor? Keegan. Is that what happens in the tower for Ferritor?
Is that Tor dies as Farah begins the metamorphosis, become the new group?
Yeah.
Reptile's a solid bet, but if you're putting Reptile in there, you should probably have Ermac as well.
You goddamn better.
And I'm good on that.
Ermac is love. Ermac is life.
Ugh. One of my speculation for the new characters is going to be Kano's kid.
Young Kano?
Young Kano is part of Kano's story ending.
So,
Retribution, maybe.
Ooh, you have that heartbreaking moment between Kung Lao and Liu Kang as a revenant Kung Lao tries to persuade Liu Kang to stop. I'd like to see Kung Lao return because he's one of my favorite old school characters.
And Liu Kang's going to go with Raiden, and Raiden's going to go all rogue.
No. There is
think?
no one Liu Kang hates more than Raiden right now. Like, Liu Kang is in the position he's in because of Raiden.
I have to lead the shitty realm.
Raiden killed him.
Good point. But
Why did Raiden kill Liu Kang?
Because Raiden was so compelled by the visions he had trying to save the future from Armageddon and not knowing what the correct answer was, that he's like, he must win must mean that Shao Kahn is supposed to take over Earthrealm because it's not allowed by the Elder Gods because he didn't win Mortal Kombat. I have to let Shao Kahn win so that the Elder Gods will vanquish him. And Liu Kang's like, you're fucking insane. I'm going to go kill Shao Kahn. Get the fuck out of my way. And Raiden's like, no. I know what I'm doing. He's like, no, you're batshit crazy. Fight me. And Raiden killed him accidentally in the fight.
oh yeah, that's right.
Raiden super accidentally killed him. He's like, no! And ooh, there's
And
the
ooh.
Liu Kang.
And then he
So-
gets
Turned into a Revenant by Quan Chi.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Along with Kung Lao and Papal and Striker and Smoke and Jax.
Striker's
and,
a Revenant?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh man, I'm really glad that we didn't have to do that. Why is it even still here like you're going to reveal him as a secret character?
No.
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 I like Frost a lot.
More.
You're turning down the face down cards if there's no way.
No, I'm turning down face down cards as like a new character.
Oh shit, Duck Hunt! Duck Hunt? Oh fuck! I'm really just waiting for Cloud.
I know. Me too.
Like, I remember playing him in the last game, and it was dope. I really hate Duck Hunt. What the fuck you get this cowboy dude, Duck Hunt?
You think Dude's gonna be DLC? Frost, yeah, I could see Frost as DLC.
I would love Frost as DLC, because that means that she's going to be in the game at all. Little Sub-Zero. I want a female Scorpion protege. I want Scorpion to take a protege.
Yes.
honestly. That would be dope.
I think
He did. His
Cool.
name is Takeda.
Oh, it's Cicada?
Was it Takeda?
Takeda might be Kenshi's son, but he's a Shirai Ryu under Scorpion.
Oh, that's why he uses the
whip?
whip,
Yeah.
the whip chain thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takeda Takashi is definitely a Shirai Ryu under
Who's
Scorpion.
Takashi? 6'9"?
No.
What the blick? Yeah!
Is he dead yet?
Not dead.
What's
Just
the
in prison.
Cicada?
I think that's why he asked.
Yeah, but, I mean, same thing. Not dead yet, just in prison.
I'm not dead yet.
Give it time, Takashi 6'9".
All right,
Give it
Keegan.
time.
25 starting roster.
My dick.
6 new characters that we've not had.
So okay, let's start talking about the new characters, like Chronica and Gears.
Who?
Chronica is a Elder God character.
I know that one. Who's the
Well,
other
yeah,
one?
maybe.
Gears is
That's-
another
that's a
name
big
that's been
assumption.
floated around. Geras. And people aren't really sure what to think of it, but don't really know anything about the character. But those are the only 2 new character rumors that there have been so far.
Geris.
Geras! Oh my god, Omar, suck a dick. Your game is trash and I don't understand why you're in this anyway.
Was I looking for green or blue?
What?
With the open? Green or blue is what I was looking for.
What are you talking about?
with the light color.
Oh, you don't want either of those. You don't want either of those.
You want
Purple.
white?
You want purple or orange. Green or blue is too hot. Blue
Oh,
is,
you found that green was too hot as well, huh?
I mean, green is alright.
Green's the highest burning that doesn't require an attachment.
That doesn't require not an attack. I mean, you can still technically do blue, but green is the highest that works. That is,
So I still don't want green, huh?
I would say that you just use blue. I mean, not blue. I would say that you just use orange as the highest.
Purple.
Purple is like baseline. It goes purple, orange.
Are you still dead?
No,
Is that what it means when it flashes red?
Did it flash red? That means you have a connection issue. Give it here.
All right, boys, we're hitting about an hour and a half here, so let's give our final take here.
What's the stack of characters?
I need something. thin.
Put Smoke in there because Smoke is.
So
a
I threw
Revenant
Smoke
and
as a DLC, but you think in?
He might work as a DLC.
I think Smoke will probably be in campaign and probably a solid on the roster.
Factionally, this makes some sense.
That's where I'm at the moment.
Yeah.
Whether or not it makes sense via like where the characters stand.
Is there an even number of, not an even number, but,
Not necessarily an even number of good to evil.
but there's a good balance.
I need something like doing a paperclip. No, too thick.
That's what she said.
I was gonna go there, but high five.
You think Blaze is in?
Mm-hmm. Also bring that noob sticker back.
You think Noob is in?
Noob for the win.
I think too many people like noob to leave him on the cutting room floor.
I'm leaving this as DLC.
Put Rain in the DLC.
Because I have Shao Kahn over here because that was like a pre-order bonus.
I'd put it in a third separate pile because it's pre-order bonus, so it's not like, I mean, I guess it's DLC. If you don't pre-order it, it's DLC, I guess.
Well, it might just show up in one of the first packs.
Right, as a free one. But
You know,
I
instead of-
still wouldn't
instead of
count that as
being,
one of the 6 DLC
instead of
characters.
Instead of
Because we
being a
need that
3-pack,
side one
it'll
to
be a
equal up to
4-pack.
6. There's 6 DLC characters with the first combat pack.
Right, I'm saying they could, if it was a pre-order bonus, they could be including that as a 4th character in like the first or second pack.
Okay.
Because there's no way they'd just leave that as a pre-order bonus. They'll make it accessible still.
What, Shao Kahn?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. They make it. I mean, it'll be for sale once game drops
Exactly.
for like $2.
Yep. Oh, that's the trick when it's clogged. You just dip something down the center hole.
Mm-hmm. Literally, that was the problem with mine when I went and bought this one.
Oh.
Not thick enough, or not deep enough.
What are these 5?
New characters.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're going to introduce at least 3 to 5.
Because, like, what was new here? Farah and Tor?
Farrah,
Devora?
Takeda, Devora, like
At least 5 to
Cassie
6.
Cage.
That
right?
was
4,
new, that was
6.
new, that was new, that was new.
Is there more than 6 new characters?
Well, okay, there's
7 with
4,
Aaron Black.
5, 6,
Not counting.
Yeah, 7 with
Something
Aaron
in blue.
Black.
7.
Yeah, 7 new characters in this game.
So, I mean, 5. Was Kodokan new?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
8.
was new.
8 new characters? Pre-DLC? Only leaving room for 5.
Right.
I mean, unless you go back to the 30 roster style, in which case then you have, you know...
In which case?
But I still think that's too big for a starting roster. I think you're more going to land in the 25 zone. Or, I mean, I guess you could do this. But then you're only leaving room for 2. I don't think that's accurate. It's tricky predicting.
It really is.
Right, because we don't know what the significance of each character is going to be to the story.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's what I love about the MK 2011 moving forward is the fact that the story has been significant and in-depth, and each story moving forward is going to be a continuation in its own separate entity.
I think it's going to be a wild ride.
The hype train has only just begun. On January 17th, we're going to have a community event in both LA and London. London is the one where every fan
simultaneous.
Every fan could go, and LA you had to be invited to go.
Yeah.
They're going to be having a bunch of demos of people being able to get their hands on the game, and then there are also going to be a lot of reveal announcements for the community. Let's see what we end up getting.
Fantastic.
Were you guys trying to drop the full part ways, or were you guys set up?
Where is? I really need a paper clip because it's. I tried bending something and I tried bending your keychain. Oh wow, it's way straighter than I got it. Go ahead and scooch.
That could be it, but I'm still so radically unsure right now.
Naturally.
I mean, it's a good start.
It's a start.
Yeah.
After community event, we'll probably have a confirmed 10 to 12 characters.
Easily.
That's a lot, but I guess I can understand.
I would say for sure.
If it's a community event, they're probably going to have at least some type of demo or game hands-on there.
Right, but I could see
Especially
a
if
demo
they're
being
showing off
as
something new.
limited as 5.
Or they'll have just gameplay footage,
Yeah.
and
Right.
that could roll through
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, having a new
It's hard to tell.
cinematic trailer type of thing, or
Yep.
a new gameplay-esque trailer.
For sure.
And still
new
letting
Or
you
trailers.
some
only get your
combination
hands
of
on,
both.
like,
Yeah. It'll
10
be.
seems
They'll have.
excessive, but
I think
5 to
it's-
8.
No, I'm saying you'd maybe get hands-on with 4, but the trailer would have maybe more there, and you'd have 8
An
to 12
idea.
total revealed.
Right.
Here's what I think's gonna
Because
happen.
again, we also have the ones that we know for sure. Sub-Zero's not going to be in this game.
Yeah.
Right.
Scorpion's
Scorpion's
not
for
going to be
sure.
in this game. Raiden is
Raiden
not
for
going
sure.
to be in this game.
Yeah, Liu Kang.
I think we're gonna get at least 4 to 5, maybe 6 playable characters, and then 2, maybe 3 areas. Probably just 2 playable arenas to get a
Oh.
feel for
Another discussion before we
dynamics
part
of the
ways
level.
with this is, do you guys think we're going to be getting a new type of ality this game? Because since the new reboot, we've had Babality,
Babality's
Brutality. No, I'm saying we from bringing back old stuff in the
Oh.
new 2D, 3D graphics era has been Babality and Brutality. We haven't gotten Animality, we haven't gotten Animality or Friendship. Is there another one we haven't gotten? There's
decimation.
Is Decimation and MKality?
Just sounds cool. Decimation. It's just nothing exists anymore.
So I guess it's a question of whether we get Friendship or Animality. I could see Friendship being a thing.
Animality would be cool.
Animality would be real cool if we could get enough animals to represent the character. As long as Scorpion is a penguin.
Why?
That's how it was in the last one.
Really?
Yep, they didn't make him a scorpion like they should have.
It was a penguin.
It was a penguin.
Interesting.
It's so dumb.
Super, but real funny. been fun.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope this was fun. Hope you got something out of it, and we'll look forward to the gameplay and everything that comes out next year.
So
And
much to discuss, yeah.
we'll keep you updated if we hear any more rumors about movies, video games, or anything having to do with, killing people. So, if you like this kind of content, like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to tell your friends, and we'll catch you in the next one. I'm John.
Keegan, peace.
Disclaimer: we do not approve of killing people.